Abraham was uprooted by God from his father's house, from his homeland, from his family. He was sent to a land that he did not know. God promised him, I will make you a great nation, a huge family. I will magnify your name. I will bless you magnificently. Now, a lot of Christians, actually the vast majority of those who make up what is called today Christianity, will understand that Abraham was chosen to be a blessing to the Gentile nations. And they're correct. They're also correct if they see that the very essence of this blessing, the center, is Yeshua, whom we call Jesus today. And then they confess, because they have understood what Jesus actually means to us. They understood that if I have Yeshua, if I have Jesus, I do not ask for anything else. And now starts the problem as we continue this thought. Because they think, if I have Jesus, if I have Yeshua, what do I need all these old stories from the Old Testament for? After all, what counts is the New Testament. And what do I need the land for? What do I need the Jewish people for? Abraham brought Jesus. We see that also in his genealogy in the beginning of the New Testament. So the old is gone. I have the new. I sometimes have the impression that we do not understand, if we think in this way, if we do away with the blessing of Abraham that has come towards the Gentile nations, if we just do it away, that we do not understand what we miss and how much we, let me say it so drastically, how much we throw away the gift, the present that our Father in heaven gives to us. And maybe we do not understand what we do to our Father in heaven. I want to show that in an example. Imagine, try to remember when you were still young, or if you're young, try to imagine what will come towards you when you're in love. Imagine a young man who wants to encounter, to meet his loved one, his beloved one, his future bride. And he buys a huge bouquet, invests a lot of money in it. Or maybe he comes from the land of the Bible and he goes around and gathers the plants, the flowers he has here, and some of them quite thorny. So maybe he gets hurt, but it doesn't bother him because he sees his loved one. And then comes the great moment when he stands in front of her and he wants to express his love and holds the bouquet in front of her and says, my love, I want to give my life to you. I give everything to you. I just want you to come with me and let's spend the rest of our lives together. And you know, this beautiful girl, let's say the church, looks at the bouquet and says, wonderful. It's amazing that you love me so much. It's quite interesting, your enthusiasm. But look, I thought about that theologically, and I really pondered it, and I know what counts. And then she looks at him, and then she looks at the bouquet, and says, you know what I really need is not just this one flower. What I really need is this little piece. Let me try to show it to you. This, not just this one flower, but this one piece. It's actually too thorny, I can't show it to you. This one piece, this one little part of the flower. And then she says, and the rest you can keep. I just need Jesus because that saves me. But the rest of the bouquet, just leave it away. You know, it's not just the riches that we miss, that come with the land, that come with the people of Israel, that come with God's history with the people. Not just the blessings that go beyond, but it's something that is rotten, that is broken in our relationship with our Father in heaven if we behave like this. And all I want to do is I'd like to encourage you. Behave towards your Father in heaven like every young girl would behave if there's a young man whom she admires and who loves her and invests in her. Just try to see, and I think it's across the cultures the same, that the young girl says, yes, I love you, my dear. And she just takes the whole bouquet. And you know what? In this context, I'm reminded of one rabbi. I had actually quite close relationship with him. And one of the first things he told me, he said, there is a fundamental difference between how we, the Jewish people, receive the Torah, the Word of God, and how you Christians receive it. When we received it, we said to the Lord, Na'aseh v'nishma. We do it, and we will hear. And then he says to me in this order, we first receive it, we do it, and by doing it, by living it, by receiving the bouquet and living it out, taking it in our lives, we will experience more and more and more of the richness. Just try it. Just try to receive the bouquet, even if we do not understand a lot. And I have to admit, I do not understand everything that is in the Old Testament. There's a lot of things that are challenging me, but I want to receive it and go with the Lord, and I can testify, yes, you will discover much more riches than you would have expected.